more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking at plenty of clouds out there. Still somewhat of a breeze, so it's chilly. We've got a wind chill right now down in the single digits, if not actually single negative digits. We'll talk about all that in just a moment. Very windy day yesterday. Dropping temperatures. Our high temperature was set right after midnight yesterday morning. That was 41 degrees out at MBS International Airport. Some of you a little bit warmer than that. And then the temperatures started to drop along with the precipitation. We did have some snow. We had some ice, a little bit of rain. And, of course, those high winds. That was the headline. We were looking at wind gusts of well over 50 miles per hour out at the airport at MBS. It was 56, and that was coming out of the northwest. We did have over 60 miles per hour in the Upper Thumb area, in particular Port Hope. They had 60 mile per hour winds there. 60 mile per winds plus ranging anywhere from Grand Rapids over to Cleveland across the southernmost part of the Lower Peninsula. And along with that came residual of some pretty heavy rains. There were a number of spots that accumulated well over an inch of rain as we moved through the late evening and early morning hours yesterday morning. Then everything pretty much froze over. Fortunately, the roads weren't all that bad as we went through the day. And yesterday weren't all that bad. And this morning so far, the roads are pretty uneventful. But we are going to be looking at the possibility of seeing some measurable amount of snow here later this afternoon and tonight. Well, again, we'll talk about that in just a second. Matthew, right now, what do you have on the thermometer?
Currently, over at the airport, it's cloudy at 20 degrees. Over in Midland, we have some snow flurries at 21. Here at Radio Center, we also have some snow flurries at 21 degrees. We have west winds at 18 miles per hour, gusting up to 28 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 30.01, and it's falling.
And again, as far as wind chills go, a lot of single digits, some of them single digits to the negative. So be very, very careful if you are going to be going outside, whether it's work or play. And yeah, there are a lot of folks that are working outdoors because we still had some power outages to talk about as we moved into the early morning hours this morning. Simply, the crews, very difficult to get at some of these power outages with winds gusting to more than 40, 45, 50 miles per hour. You don't want to be up in one of those cherry pickers with the wind gusts the way they are. So even though it is windy, they are working on the power. So if you still are without power, you should be coming along here with power back on a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. Forecast is for snow showers. The heaviest amount of precipitation and wind has moved well to the east of us. And right now, New York State, upper New York State, they are looking at wind gusts of close to 70 miles per hour there. The low pressure system that's causing all of this is way over in eastern sections of Quebec province. So moving well away from us in the Great Lakes Bay Area, but still we're seeing the residuals of that activity. Now, there is a high pressure system, which is to the west of us. That high is going to keep us on the chilly side of things. It's not really going to relieve us much from the wind speeds. We're still going to be looking at wind gusts of 30 miles per hour or more as we go into the afternoon hours coming out of the northwest and west. Tonight, though, westerly breezes, and we'll drop down below 15 miles per hour. We should be right around 10 as we go into the nighttime hours, but along with that, and a low of 18 after a high of 23, we're going to be looking at snow showers, measurable amount of snow shower activity, not a lot, but an inch, and very possibly 2 inches in some spots in the Great Lakes Bay area. A little more specifically over in Michigan's Thumb, in the upper Thumb, that's where they're going to get a little bit more snow than what we will get here in the Saginaw Bay City and Midland area. You move a little bit further north, again, more snow. We're beginning to see some snow piling up in some of our northernmost reaches, in particular the Houghton Lake area, Mayo, some of those places, Gaylord. They're looking at snow of anywhere from 3 to as much as 7 inches of snow. You get in the northwestern corner of the lower peninsula, we're back above the 10-inch mark at a number of spots, over a foot of snow being reported so far in the lower peninsula. And that's where the heaviest amount of snow is as of right now. You go in the upper peninsula, you begin to see some measurable amounts of snow all the way from Sault Ste. Marie over to the west side of the upper peninsula. Foot and a half, 2 feet, not uncommon in some of those areas. And that snow is not going to go away anytime soon. So snow shower activity, as we said, and it will continue up there as well through the nighttime hours. Some snow showers tomorrow, 23 for a high, 11 for a low tomorrow. We will see the winds pick up once again tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night out of the west and northwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. So tomorrow is going to be a blustery day. Thursday, New Year's Day, partly cloudy skies, looking at some sun. High pressure will be over Minnesota, but as I said, that high is going to be keeping us on the chilly side of things. We should be at 31 in the afternoon and 20 at night. On Thursday, we'll be at 19 for a high and 14 for a low. Friday will warm up a little bit, but not much. 24 for a high, 15 for a low on Friday, with mostly cloudy skies until Friday night. Then moving into the weekend, more clouds than sun. Mid-20s on Saturday, right around 30, and low 30s on Sunday and Monday. Long range now to take us all the way through the 12th of January is for our temperatures to be at or slightly above average. As we get into the tail end of the work week next week, precipitation values to be average for this time of the year. Incidentally, the warmest ever, 30th of December, 1936, 59 was our high, 39 was our low. You go back to 1976 for the coldest ever, 7 was our high, 5 below zero was our low. And the most snow on this date, 1971. 11 and a half inches of snow in a 24-hour period of time. That's a look at what happens and what is going to be happening weather-wise. Matthew, coming up, who do we have today?
Coming up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Remember, they are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. Want to get a hold of them? Well, it's pretty easy. Any of the agents, you can just call them up on their cell for questions or emergencies. Or obviously, you can call the office in downtown Reese. That's 989-868-4722. On behalf of all the folks at the Sarr Agency, they want to wish each and every one of you a very happy and safe holiday period and a pleasant, very pleasant, happy new year. Along with us, we have Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. Abby, good morning.
Good morning, Terry.
How's the holidays treating you?
Oh, I cannot complain.
Yeah. Family got together? A little bit. A little breezy, too.
Yep. Family got together. I got a cute little 7-week-old nephew, so it was good to spend some time with him. And obviously, he's not ripping presents yet, but still had to spoil him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Those days are just getting underway, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, are we getting spoiled at all? The last time I looked, the markets weren't really spoiling us too much.
Yeah, no, definitely got more spoiled for Christmas than what the markets are treating us at the moment. Yesterday we saw, quite a bit of downfall. I think we were about 9 or 10 cents for beans and 7 or 8 cents for corn. Today though we're pretty even. Soybeans are at 0, corn's down 1. So nothing horribly drastic at the moment. We're kind of in that, that slow period between Christmas and New Year's where no one knows what day it is. Trade's a little bit slower. Some key things that I've seen, read yesterday and today is some farmers in South America or Brazil specifically are getting ready to possibly go against their agreement of saving the Amazon rainforest. So they might be, creating more farmland, so doing that. And then also we're at 50% of where we normally are, I believe I saw, for exporting on beans. So we're way down on that. And then China just recently announced that they want to improve and increase the soy production to become more self-sufficient and not rely so much on imports. So that adds, a little bit of skepticism till if they are going to still be buying beans from us.
Yeah, that would. But of course, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to tool up.
Yeah, it definitely will take some time, but definitely something that could, in the years coming, have a little bit more of a negative impact on us than what we would like if we do proceed with that.
Yeah, and again, we're always trading on the rumor, right?
Yep.
That's the way it works. So right now on the board, what do you have?
Right now on the board in Hemlock, we have corn 401. Next year's crop, we are at $3.96. Soybeans right now $10.28. Next year's crop $10. Red wheat for next summer for $69 and white wheat for $89.
You take care. Have a happy New Year, Abby. We'll talk to you next year, okay?
Thanks. Yeah, sounds good. Have a good one, Terry.
You bet. Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. Market Report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. They do take their job very personally at Steiner Tractor Parts because they understand how your life and job both stop if that tractor stops running. Whatever you've got, Alice Chalmers, Case, Cockshut, Ford, International, John Deere, Massey, Minneapolis, Moline, Oliver, bringing back a few memories, right? Well, they have a warehouse that's well stocked with new parts for old tractors, and more than likely, those are just a few of them. 800-234-3280, that's the telephone number, or you can order online, the website at steinertractor.com. Market Report also brought to you by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. They are your Case IH Farmall tractor dealership. They've got them in stock, ready for you to make that job, that work, a whole lot easier. Anywhere from 35 to 140 horses, that's what they've got. The value-packed compact Farmall A, all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. No matter what you're doing, Can-Do comes in red, and it's called Farmall. See them today. Take advantage of some special financing opportunities that end here tomorrow. Better check it out today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, what's going on today?
Well, the metals are getting back about half of what they lost yesterday. So what does that put us at? Friday's close, something like that.
Wow.
So that's going on. Stock market's pretty boring, not much either way. End of year is end of year. I suppose that's all squared up now, and now they're going to decide which way to run what, when, and how far, and all that stuff next week. So we'll have to stay tuned for that fun and games. So here's your numbers. The March corn is 441, down a penny and a quarter. September corn 449 and a half, down 2. March soybeans 1063 and 3/4, up a quarter of a penny. September soybeans 1070 and 3/4, down a half. The March wheat is 511, down 2, and September wheat 549, down 2.5. Sugar's down 43 cents at 14.83. Crude oil is 58.11, up 3 cents. Heating oil 216.38, up 3.5 cents. Gasoline 172.47, up a penny. What does that put us at? Maybe about 250-ish, not much more than that. Natural gas is 339, that is up 2.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.3682 Canadian, that's down 6 ticks. The dollar buys 156.27 yen, up 23 ticks. The euro's at 117.62, down 10 ticks. And the dollar's at 98.12, up 9 ticks. 9 ticks. Gold is at 43.6610, up $39.10. Silver 75.04, up $5.04. Platinum is 22.0880, up $100.30. And copper's at 568.65, up 17.85 cents.
All right. Now, tomorrow, full day of trading?
I think it's all day. Got to get that last trade in for the year.
Yep. Got to make some money.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. And then on Friday's a full day, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
Is there overnight on New Year's Day?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Don't push it.
Don't put. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed dealer. Yeah, there still is a little bit of time to get in contact with Vic and his crew there and get some pricing locked in here before the end of the year. It's always a good idea to be working with folks that know what they're doing and been doing it for a while. And that's what you get when you deal with Freeland Bean and Grain. Remember, serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain. Let's touch base right now with Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. And Craig, we're starting to wrap things up here for the end of the year. From what I understand, there's some vehicle purchases going on right now.
Yes, there are, Terry, and we're getting some questions about those vehicles. Some folks are buying vehicles that they're going to be maybe working on over the winter and not going to be on the road until the summer. So they're wondering if maybe their equipment, the coverage from their farm policy that covers the equipment would cover that vehicle. And no, it will not. If you purchase a vehicle and you want coverage on it, you got to call your agent and put it on your auto policy. Even if you're just going to have it in the shed and be working on it, you probably want comprehensive or what's called storage coverage on it while you're doing your updates and repairs.
Yeah, and some folks like to do a little bit more than just changing spark plugs. They like to actually tear some things apart, put them back together. They might be using a torch or something like that. You might want to have that vehicle insured just in case you got a little slipsy and you did some damage to the vehicle.
Right. That can happen. And so, yeah, if that does happen and you want coverage from your policy, you have to put the vehicle on the policy before that happens to have the coverage kick in.
I guess. Now, just real quick for people that are going to be buying a new vehicle and possibly want to do it here before the end of the year, insurance, how late are you guys going to be open? Can you accommodate those folks?
Well, we're going to be open till noon tomorrow, and we're going to do our best to accommodate everybody. If you think you're going to be doing one of those purchases maybe tomorrow afternoon or say Friday, which is already January, check with your current carrier or insurance agent, some policies do allow coverage for a new purchase, but not every policy does. So you've got to check with yours first.
Because all I can think of is you get a brand new vehicle or you buy a used vehicle, whatever it is. And the way these roads have been over the past few days, they're going to be slick, and we're going to have some blowing snow across them. So, you want to drive that baby home safely without going in the ditch somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, I've noticed with these temperatures, these up and down temperatures we've had, some of the roads I travel on a regular basis are developing some really large potholes. So those will catch you off guard, too, if you're not paying attention.
Well, I guess so. Well, Craig, you take care. Have a safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And we'll talk to you next year, okay?
But it sounds great, Terry. We'll give it our best to have fun tomorrow, and hope everybody else does as well.
All righty. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency, and, of course, Rummel Agency, wishing each and every one of you a very happy new year. We'll be right back, and a lot more coming up, but first this.
Hi, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Ambassador, where it's so cold, even our prices are frozen. That's right, we're freezing all of our SUV lease payments. And that includes everything, rows of Equinoxes, rows of Traxxas, rows of Blazers, even rows of Traverses. And we've even included last month's best offer, the 2026 Chevrolet Trailblazer, frozen at only $211 a month. If you missed last month's impressive savings, you're not too late. At Cook Chevrolet, you'll find them all, including the incredible Trailblazer from $211. If you're looking for your next Chevy SUV, Cook Chevrolet has got to be your destination. Get out today. That's Cook Chevrolet M15 Top of the Hill Ambassador. The incredible 2026 Trailblazer, now starting at just $211 a month.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. 10,000 miles per year, $2,000 cash down plus tax. Call or visit us on the web at cookchevysuperstore.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. And they market locally Exceller Meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing it for several years ago. Might be a great idea to contact your nutritionist or local feed dealer today and tell them to check on Exceller Meal from Quality Roasting of Reese. All the experts continue to tell us that the best way to try to stay ahead with this farm economy, the way it is right now, is keep the yields up. Don't cut back on a lot of the products that you need to increase those yields. Probably one of the biggest corn yield robbers that we have seen over the past few years has been tar spot when it comes to corn. Well, that's not the only one that people are concerned with. So says Eric Pfeiffer from Michigan Ag Today.
And there was some this year, but it certainly didn't win the 2025 award for biggest yield robber.
I have never seen the level of southern rust pressure across the Corn Belt like we did in 2025.
Kim Tudor is the technical marketing manager for plant health at BASF.
It caught people off guard. Generally speaking, it doesn't come across the Corn Belt until much later because it blows in from the Gulf of Mexico, and sometimes it comes in super late in the season. But that disease is particularly troublesome because it has a really fast reproductive cycle. Its latent period is only 7 to 10 days. So every week, generally speaking, it's putting off new spores. And so when it comes in, it hits hard.
And Tudor says 2025 wasn't just a year of southern rust and tar spot either.
There was gray leaf spot too. Some fields had northern corn leaf blight. So it was truly a complex of diseases. That corn seed was fighting from the time it went in the ground.
With all those challenges, farmers who chose to cut fungicide from the budget this year likely struggled. Tudor says we can all be a little short-sighted, including her, when it comes to fungicide decisions. You can get caught looking at just the most recent year.
When you look at a performance-driven fungicide like Veltima, and you look at its performance year over year over year, it continues to deliver that yield benefit, that stress mitigation benefit. And it's that consistency that pays for itself.
She shared with me a story of an Iowa grower who decided to apply fungicide to a smaller number of acres. His conclusion at the end of the season?
He said, if you ever let me not treat all my corn acres again, please hit me upside the head with a 2x4. And I think that sums it up really well.
Tudor encourages farmers to have conversations about fungicide now. She even suggests taking advantage of BASF's 0% financing and booking the application if you're thinking about applying Veltima aerially.
That was Eric Pfeiffer from Michigan Ag Today. Let's find out what's going on in New York right now. Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company joining us. Teresa, how are we doing?
Good morning. Dow Jones Industrial Average currently down 100 points at 48,360, 246 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 8 points at 23,465, 400 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 578.78, up 17. Deere 470.15, down 8. CMS Energy 70.39, up 26. Dow 23.37, up 2. DuPont 40.72, down 17. Corteva 67.36, down 29. General Motors 82.72, down 21. Trinzio 52 cents, down 3 cents. Walmart 112.16, down 36. Huntington Bank 17.50, down 8. Independent Bank 33.04, down 21, and AT&T at 24.83, up 6.
You take care. Have a great day. And Teresa, if we don't have a chance to talk to you, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll be right back.
Farmers, when the job calls for power and versatility, trust New Holland compact tractors. Built tough to handle everything from chores to field work. Easy to operate, rugged and reliable, they're ready to work as hard as you do. And when it comes to support, Ellen's Equipment has you covered with expert service and parts at all 3 locations, McBain, Beale City, and Ithaca. Stop by today and see how a New Holland compact tractor can make your farm run smoother. Ellen's Equipment, where hard work meets hard-working equipment.
If you're a soybean grower here in Michigan, might be a very good idea to plan on attending one of the on-farm research winter grower meetings that are being put on by the Michigan Soybean Association. In the immediate area, the Frankenmuth area is going to be January the 20th. That'll be at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center. And then the very next day, January the 21st, it'll be over in the Thumb in Kingston at Biagio's. They do have meetings January the 15th in St. John's. And then next week, they're going to have meetings 6th, 7th, and 9th. Those will be down in the Three Rivers area as well as Adrian and Shelby. So you might want to check those out. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. Not a problem when it comes to getting that food for an event coming up. And it's good food, too. You'll love it. 989-894-5531. Kryjak's House, corner of Cass and Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.